What's up, Bulls Nation? It's the Bloody Horns podcast. I'm your host, Justin, trying something new here. So I don't really have time to do a lot of long-form podcasts right now. You know, the wedding is coming up in 2 weeks. My summers are busy training athletes, getting them ready for their season. So I'm going to try these daily 5 to 10 minute shorts that I'm going to post on the TikTok page and the YouTube page. Kind of a daily podcast, kind of a daily short podcast. We're just going to talk about whatever is going on in Bulls fandom. And then once a month, I'll do longer form podcasts on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, kind of like a mailbag type thing where you guys just ask me questions and I do a whole podcast based on those questions. So it seemed fitting that I would kick it off with the news we got yesterday. The Chicago Bulls have hired William Donovan III, a.k.a. Billy Donovan's son, to be an assistant coach. And I know he's not really going to do much with the actual team. It sounds like he's mainly going to spend his time with the Windy City Bulls, but this is still such a perfect example of how poorly run an organization the Chicago Bulls are. Do the San Antonio Spurs hire Greg Popovich Jr.? Do the Miami Heat have Eric Spoelstra Jr. on their staff? As far as I know, they don't. I might be wrong on that, but as far as I know, they don't. The best organizations do not run with nepotism. I mean, look at the Golden State Warriors. I know Steve Kerr's son is trying to make it as a coach, but I don't think he's actually on their payroll. Once again, I might be wrong on that. I haven't truly researched it the way that I should, but I feel like when you look at the best organizations in the NBA, they don't run on a whole lot of nepotism. The most nepotistic situation I can remember in recent NBA history is when Doc Rivers was the head coach of the Los Angeles Clippers. Not only did they trade for his son, Austin Rivers, but they gave him an extension. They paid him more money than he deserved. And Matt Barnes and a bunch of other guys on that Clippers team, they have already came out and said that it rubbed them the wrong way and it fucked up the chemistry on that team. Obviously, this is different. You know, William Donovan III, he played college ball for Billy at Florida. I don't remember him at all. I don't remember a single second of that dude hooping. He's obviously not going to be hooping for the Chicago Bulls, but still, we're renovating this coaching staff, right? Mo Cheeks is out. Dude who got choked by John Collins, I'm forgetting his name right now, he's out. We're renovating the coaching staff. It might rub a lot of guys the wrong way when one of your first hires on this new coaching staff is your own son. And during the season, are the guys really going to respect? Are they going to respect him? You know, even the G League guys, like, let's say we draft a rookie with the 11th pick who needs to spend time in the G League. He spends time, you know, with the Chicago Bulls practicing. He gets sent down to the G League. Is he going to really respect Billy Donovan's son, or is he going to be looking at it like, man, this is bullshit. I don't got to listen to this dude. It's just a weird look for the franchise, and it's a weird look in what's been a weird week for the team. You know, Mark Eversley, he got his secret 3-year extension. Reports are DeMar DeRozan might sign a $40 million a year extension. Obviously, we don't even know how long Billy Donovan's going to be here. We don't know the full details of his extension he signed a couple years back. We don't know how many years it is. We don't know how much money he's making. It's just a weird look for the team. And my worry is, what does Billy Donovan have on the Chicago Bulls? Because there has been zero accountability. You've seen coaches across the league all summer who had way more success than Billy Donovan. They lost their jobs. They got fired. Billy Donovan, they've never even thought about firing. He's never had a single second of worry about his job security, despite underperforming for the last 4 years. So my big worry here is that the Chicago Bulls love Billy Donovan, that Jerry Reinsdorf loves Billy Donovan, Arturas Karnisovas loves Billy Donovan. Mark Eversley, he was looking for jobs all offseason long. He interviewed for multiple jobs with other organizations. So my worry here, my conspiracy theory here is that the Chicago Bulls, Mark Eversley will take a job somewhere else in the next 2 to 3 years. He'll get offered somewhere else. He'll be given full reins. You know, right now, he's the general manager. A lot of us would make the mistake of calling AK the general manager. He's not. He's the president of basketball operations. Mark Eversley is actually the general manager, but he doesn't really make the decisions. AK pretty much makes all the decisions. Mark Eversley just works under him. Mark Eversley might get an opportunity somewhere else where he gets to be the true decision maker, the true shot caller, and he'll jump at that opportunity. So in the case that happens, you know, a couple years down the line, what if the Chicago Bulls are grooming William Donovan III to take over for his dad? What if Billy Donovan transitions into the front office and then we got this dude who has no head coaching experience? His last NBA experience was 7 years ago working for the San Antonio Spurs G League affiliate. Not even on their main staff, not even with Greg Popovich, just their G League affiliate. As far as I know, the last couple years, he's been coaching at the high school level. So this is a case of a dude who's getting a lot more responsibility and getting to jump the line. And the best organizations in the NBA, we don't see that. And that's my conspiracy theory that I worry about is Billy Donovan going to pull a Brad Stevens and transition to the front office someday, and then his first move is going to be naming his son as the successor? That could easily happen. And as a Chicago Bulls fan, as a guy who's been a Chicago Bulls fan since 1996, through all the highs, through all the lows, through the Baby Bulls era, through the D Rose era, through the post D Rose era, through it all, as a guy who's seen everything, it wouldn't really shock me if this stupid ass organization had some kind of success. I can't talk right now. It wouldn't shock me if this organization had some kind of stupid ass succession plan for Billy Donovan like that. Him transitioning into the front office, his kid going into the head coaching role, and this team is just going to remain dog shit for years. So I know maybe I'm being a little too negative. If you guys have been following me on Twitter, my tweets have been they've been leaning a little negative lately. I'll admit it. Usually I'm not a negative guy, but I don't know, man. Something with the Chicago Bulls lately, it just broke me, and I'm leaning towards the negative side of the fandom. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think about this move. I'm not a fan of it. Like I said, the best organizations in the league, we don't see them doing shit like this. But let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. Handles all the same, @HornsBloody. Like I said, once a month, I'll do a longer form podcast where I open it up to mailbags and we answer your guys' questions, talk about what you guys want to talk about. But this will be the format going forward, just daily 5 to 10 minute videos about whatever's going on in Bulls fandom. Go Bulls.